I know you've probably seen, Tim Miller's results as of late, and, he hit Crown Diamond and, got a $45,000 per month and growing bonus. And it just has me I don't even know the word for it. I'm sort of shocked. I'm amazed. It's just incredible what's happening here. We're talking about a business that is less than $10 per month. And there are people on this team making thousands of dollars per month on a $10 business, thousands of dollars per week sometimes. There are people in this company at a record pace. We have new people every single week creating a six-figure walk-away residual income just based on the bonuses alone on a $9.95 per month business. It's absolutely insane what's going on here. And so, I started thinking about, just Tim's numbers and just completely blown away by what's happening. And my power just went out. I don't know, because there's just so much energy. We blew the power at my house. I don't know what's happening, but listen, a person in this company is going to do almost $100,000 in a month on a $9.95 business. Power back on. And so, it's just crazy. It's crazy what's happening in my house right now. I don't know what's going on. But what's happening in Live Good right now is just absolutely crazy. And it reset me. And because, I know there's so much going on in the industry right now. Everybody's copying Live Good. There's a new Live Good type model business every single week now. And here's what I'll say to that. If you can't build one business, you're not going to build two. You're not going to build three. It's not the business that's holding you back. It's you. It's your lack of commitment. It's your lack of skills. It's your lack of effort. It's your lack of just being focused on a single thing. I promise you, in 20 years, I've never seen anybody who hasn't already had 6- and 7-figure, success be able to add a second business. I pay attention to and I follow and I listen and I study from businesses that are doing hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And the number one thing that they always say is focus on one thing and build that one thing and nothing else. This thing about multiple streams of income, people don't talk about that outside of this home biz op internet marketing space. Because people who are actually building real long-term sustainable impactful businesses that do really big things in the world and that create massive incomes and that create massive impact across the world, they're not doing 10 different things at once. They're not doing a side hustle here and a side hustle there and making $5 here and $10 over here. No, they're focusing on one single thing. And they are building that thing with every bit of energy and focus and skill that they have. And so it's not going to be the business that changes things for you. It's going to be your focus. It's going to be your focus. It's going to be your commitment to, if you don't have the skills to, get more people in front of Live Good, for example, then start getting the skills. A skill, learn how to, go out there and be posting on social, learn how to get better at short form video. Short form video can get your video in front of thousands of people like that in an instant. The stuff we have available to us is absolutely incredible. So, a couple of things. Number one is that just think about what you can do here on a less than $10 per month business. There are new people every single week creating brand new, and listen, guys, we're only 5 months old. 5 months old. There are people every single week, brand new people, creating 6-figure walk-away residual income. These people who are hitting diamond, that is a 6-figure walk-away residual income and growing every single month, because as Live Good grows, And as we scale and as we, are livegood as a company creates more resources, those diamond bonuses just continue to grow. We've got a person who's going to be close to or hit $100,000 month either this month or next on a $9.95 per month business. And so, I've been making my own excuses. I'm not exempt from all the stuff that I'm talking about. I haven't been working as hard as I could work. I've been making excuses for my business. So, I haven't been as focused as I should be focused. So this applies to me too, but if you're watching this and you aren't putting every single ounce of energy and skill and commitment and focus into livegood, then maybe it's just not for you. And that's okay. I'm not saying that, livegood has to be for everybody. But what I'm saying is that with all of this stuff popping out in the marketplace right now, don't get fooled by these, people telling you this multiple streams of income. You need multiple side hustles and all of that. You know who needs a multiple side hustle and multiple businesses? People who want to be broke. And that's my honest to God answer after 20 years of doing this. I've never seen anybody, not a single person, create two different highly successful businesses at the same time. It never, ever happens. What happens is, they get distracted. They're like, oh, I'm just going to add this over here because it will be even more money for me, even though I'm not making any money over here. It's going to be more money for me. And you know what happens? Is the little bit of focus that you had in the first business shrinks. And now you've got all these little tiny focuses all over the place. And that gets, it ends up getting nothing done. Nothing at all. And so I'll give you a little tip. If you are wanting, so badly to have multiple streams of income, at least do it the right way. And the right way to do that in this industry is to build one business, to build one team, and then if you want multiple streams of income, plug them into tools and resources and training that actually help them build their businesses. What tools do they need to be more successful? What training do they need to be more successful? Something that will help your team grow. That is how you build multiple incomes in this industry. And you do it the right way, and you do it in a way that helps your team and actually grows your team. Because I want you to think about this, and Tim Miller posted this, and it really had me thinking, as I was thinking about doing this video, he posted this. He's like, what does your team think about you when they see you posting all these different businesses? You really think they're going to be committed to you and what you're doing and your mission and your vision when you're all over the place? And you may be a person who has the skill to do that. But what does your team think about that? Your team that does not have the skill to do that, which is 99.99999% of everybody on the planet, does not have the skills to build two things at one time. And again, everybody that I've ever studied or followed who has built businesses, and I'm talking about hundreds of millions of dollars per year, billion-dollar companies that know how to grow and scale and move numbers and, have income and impact, they always focus on one thing. One thing. And this part one goes a little bit deeper. It's you make one commitment to one thing. You focus on one business. If you focused on a single, traffic strategy, a single way to get leads, one business, one commitment, one way to get leads, you would change your life. You would change your life if you just focused on that. Because really what happens is, once you've made the commitment, once you've decided on the business, you focus on one single way to get people to in front of that business every single day. What's going to happen is, yes, you may start slow because it's new, but as you get better at that skill, it doesn't matter if it's Facebook or YouTube or TikTok or, driving solo ads or, prospecting leads, cold prospecting, every single thing works. Everything works. But the people who make it work are the ones who commit to that one strategy and then just do it over and over and over and over and over again. And they start getting results. They start getting better. They make mistakes. They learn from the mistakes. And then they just keep growing, right? Because if you're doing something and you make a mistake, you're always going to make mistakes. Marketing is a test. Marketing is always a test. You test, you get results, you analyze those results, and you make changes based on the results that you're getting. If you're getting good results, then you scale it. You start doing more of that. You 10x your effort. If it's not going the way that you want, then you go back and you analyze and you look at what's happening, and you try to figure out what's happening, and you make a new change, and then you go through it again. You test, you analyze, you see the results, and then scale or make some changes. But it's not about bouncing around. It is not about bouncing around. And you're going to have so many opportunities to bounce around. And you're going to have a couple things that are going to happen to you. Either you are going to, find your place and have massive success, or you're just going to keep bouncing around to all these different places for years and years and years and years and years, and you're just going to have frustration, and you're going to have regret. Because here's what I know. The dream in your heart, it will not go away. Dreams do not die. Dreams do not go away. They just change and they rearrange, and eventually, if you don't pursue them with every ounce of energy and passion and skill and commitment that you have, if you don't pursue your dream with that, eventually your dream becomes a nightmare of regret, and it will haunt you forever. I promise you that. I promise you that. So what do you want to do with your dream? If Live Good fits into your dream, then just focus and build. There are brand new people coming out with amazing results every single week on a less than $10 a month business. It's crazy. If you think about what Tim Miller did, he doesn't use outside tools. He's not doing all sorts of fancy stuff. The guy's got a phone that he almost never shows his face on. He just is building his business and helping his team. Start building. And as you build, just help people. Even if you've only got one person on your team, help that one person. And then help the second, and then help the third, and that's how it grows. Everybody starts in the same place. I got a message just yesterday from somebody who's like, some of this stuff doesn't work if you don't have a big following or a big list or whatever. I didn't wake up one morning, the list fairy and the audience fairy said, Nick, I'm just going to bless you. Underneath your pillow is a 10,000 person list and everybody's going to love you and follow you on social media. That's not how business works. You put the work in first. You give people value. You start putting stuff out into the marketplace that helps people, that solves problems for people, that casts your vision, that casts your personality, that talks about the things that light you up. And then people will start to follow you. You grow your list through either, free ways, using social, which we can all do now, or you're paying for traffic, or you're placing ads, or it doesn't matter how you do it. It all works. Like I said, it all works. But it's not about, you can't do it because you don't have a list. There are people here hitting diamond with 15 people that they personally recruited or sponsored or whatever you want to call it. I don't really like to use the word recruited. Partnered with is what I tend to prefer because we are partners in this. We're a community. We are freedom builders. We're building something together. So, based on, the things that I was, I've been seeing with, new diamonds every single week, with the incredible results that Tim has been getting. And then Ben puts out this video today that I posted in the chat. Live Good is about to really, really hit another momentum phase. I don't know if you guys understand the amount of influence that Ben has in the industry. When he puts out a message like that, it's people pay attention, and they're going to start looking, and then they're going to start seeing what we see. They're going to start seeing that, my goodness, this thing converts like crazy. 96% of my people are going to stick around long term. We have a 96% retention rate after 5 months. That is absolutely crazy. You do not see that, especially in health and wellness. For example, women, I study a company that promotes a women's fitness, women's weight loss product, and their numbers, and they are maybe the best in the industry at what they do. But their numbers are that a woman over the course of a year will try 8 different diet supplements. 8. So their retention is tough. Nowhere near 96. Nobody is near 90. 96% is just, it's one of those numbers, again, that Live Good is way up here. There's no scale for it. Nobody's ever done it before. You can't explain it. You can't talk about it. You can't compare it, because it's just totally different than everything else. But you are in the right place. If Live Good feels good to you, if you can get behind it, if you love the products, if you love the people, if you love what we're building here, it doesn't matter where you're at. If you're an industry veteran, commit. Stop bouncing around. Stop chasing, more money, because your team can't do that. Your team cannot do that. You're hurting people. If you're new and you don't have the skills, get the skills. It at least gets you doing something on a daily basis. Even if you don't like it. Listen, you don't have to like everything that you do. I bet you don't like your job, all the things that you do. But you just show up and you do the work every single day. Your business has to be a job for a while. You just show up. You say, listen, this hour or this 2 hours, this is my time to work. I'm just going to show up and work. I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to do the things that I know work because they're working for somebody else. And I'm just going to do those things. It doesn't matter if I love doing them or not. What I do love is the result that I can get. What I do love is 12 to 18 months from now, I can have a generational income coming into me and my family that won't stop, that will just keep growing as long as Live Good is around. Guys, I know people in this industry who have passed away and their family's still getting $500, $600, $700,000 a month and growing, because the companies that the teams that they built and companies that are still around. You're in a special place. You are in a special place. We just hit 300,000 members. This team started at about 30,000. And so even if you just came in today, you are in an amazing position, because we're going to hit 1 million members this year. And then we're going to hit, I'm telling you, we're going to hit this next momentum, and we're probably going to go 1 million to 2 or 3. It's going to happen really fast. And where do those people have to go? We're in a matrix. Eventually, they're going to find their way into your business. Just put your head down. Just grow. Just do something every single day. Have an hour a day that you tell your spouse, your family, your children, your friend, your dog, whatever. This is my hour, and I'm going to do this. And if it's prospecting, awesome. If it's learning to do ads, then learn to do ads. I would stick with something easy so you have the growth that will support you doing something else. But it won't take long. It won't take long. If you're committed to it, if you're consistent and you do it every single day and you just put in the work. Just put in the work. Anyway, I'm just kind of fired up. I am, I've been super, super focused, but I feel like there was this tiny bit of energy that I was wasting. And so all of my energy is in helping you guys, is in building this, is in just changing. We are changing this entire industry. We are changing lives. We are building people. We are building futures. We are freedom builders.